What's up, student nurses? Thanks for tuning in to A Couple Nurses. My name is Cordero. Just so you guys know, the goal of this channel is to provide you guys with our experiences and tips, tactics, and strategies to help you perform at elite levels while you're in nursing school. Today's video is pretty much going to be a two-part series. So this first part is going to be about the first two terms, what to expect in WGU's online pre-licensure baccalaureate program. And the second video is going to be over the other two terms that I just completed and tips and what to expect in each one of these terms and how to get through them. Before we get into that video, let me just ask you guys, if you find any value in this video, give it a thumbs up. If the video is whack, definitely give it a thumbs down. If you guys like videos like this, be sure to put Nurses Rock in the comment box, along with any questions or suggestions as well. And also subscribe if you haven't done so already, so we can stay plugged in and keep giving you guys good content. So I have a couple notes here, man. I've gotten tons of questions about what can we expect out of WGU's program. Can you give me tips on this class, this class? So I wrote down a couple notes here. I cannot go into too much depth because I can't get in trouble with the school, of course. But I will give you guys a brief overview of what to expect and how you really need to attack both these terms. So this first video is over term 1 and 2. All right, so you got into WGU, you're excited, you're pumped, you're ready to get it. So term 1, I pretty much call term 1 a primer term. And why do I call it a primer term? Just because term 1 is pretty much, it sets the mood for the course load. It's meant to kind of get you used to the online atmosphere without actually being face-to-face with the teacher. If you've already used to online class, this is very simple. If you're new to this, this is a good way to warm up and see how what kind of things you need to be asking your professors for before you actually get into the meat and potatoes of all these classes that we're going to be taking in, as you expand your nursing knowledge. So just a few tips here. Again, I told you it gets you ready for the course load. You also have biochem and pharmacology in this very first semester. Now, biochemistry and pharmacology do sound like super hard classes. I was scared by just looking at the name of them, but they're actually not that bad. So don't let them freak you out and give you too much anxiety. They're not that bad, guys. Just do the coursework and you'll get through it, okay? You don't have to remember every single drug, if that helps. Really just more knowing how the drug works within the body, if that makes sense. You also get into intro of nursing. So with this class, I think of this pretty much as learning how to be a CNA. So you're learning very basic things like putting the call light on the bed, how to lift the patient up, ambulate a patient, how to make a bed with the patient in the bed, how to clean up a patient, peritoneal area, all those things that nurse assistants do. That's pretty much what this intro to nursing. So it's exciting because if you're not from any kind of health background like me, I'm like, hey, shoot, I'm a nurse, I get to clean up. So this was really cool class for me. You're actually seeing your classmates and stuff for the first time. So it's really exciting. And the most important thing to remember for term 1 is going to be your medical dosage and calculation. This is one of the very first classes they introduced, and I'm glad they did, because this is something that you're never going to escape. You're always going to see questions throughout your nursing, what's what I'm looking for? Your nursing school campaign. You're always going to see questions on medical calculation and dosages. So get comfortable with it now. Spend an hour or two just really getting into it and seeing how you need to learn now, so that way whenever you're going through your classes, it's not that hard. It's simple by then. Don't get overwhelmed by it as well. We also have a video that Monica made on that she goes really into depth. She's super good at mid-math. So if you can find that, go check out that video. I think it's about 20-30 minutes long. It's underrated, man, honestly. So that's term 1. Term 2 is I call this one the real deal, just because this is where they gave me my most credits I had to take within the semester. Each term is 6 months long, and I had 19 credit hours for this semester, or this term, I'm sorry. But just take in mind that this may be different just depending on how your student mentor is helping you structure your classes. So things are getting real here. These classes can definitely weed out some of the people that are not serious about nursing and not serious about taking their studies seriously. All right, so stay in your book, and this is like the very foundation of what we're doing as nurses. This is a lot of your med surg stuff, a lot of general things, but you're really learning a lot about the patho inside the body and why you see certain signs and symptoms with the diseases. So take these classes very seriously. Physical assessment was a very tough class for me. I'm not sure about other people, but physical assessment was very tough. Not very tough, but it was kind of hard, all right? Because you're pretty much doing a whole head to toe, and you're looking at the entire body for anything that may be wrong or anything that looks unusual. You know, general assessment, skin color, skin pigmentation. This is where you're auscultating, listening to the heart, listen to the abdomen area, all that good stuff. We're definitely planning on getting out like a cheat sheet for that. So look at the link below. There should be like a newsletter that we send out every week. We're going to start sending out every week. So if you guys get on the list now, we can definitely send out that physical assessment thing to you, if you haven't taken the class already. And if you don't have it, put it in the comment box. I'll see if I can catch up with you guys there. And again, Castle 1 and Castle 2, this is caring arts of science or something like that. I honestly don't know. But yeah, this is when everything starts to come together. So term 1 and term 2 are definitely foundational, and for the other 3 terms that we have here. So I hope those tips, you guys found value with those tips. Again, I can't go too much into depth just because you have to learn it on your own. I can't be out here giving away questions and put myself at jeopardy, if that makes sense. But thanks you guys for tuning in. If you guys want some tips and tactics and strategies that are helping us with our nursing journey, be sure to join our mailing list. We're gonna be sending out something like every single week, pretty much giving you guys the information that you guys need to stay successful. And until next time, guys, peace out.